In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this expandable sidebar works in Next.js. We're only using React State, conditional rendering, and some Tailwind transition to pull this off. No additional libraries, no additional plugins are needed. And I'm going to walk you through it line by line so that you could take this and implement it into your project. So the whole trick behind this animated sidebar is we changed the width of the sidebar with a Boolean state. And everything else is going to react based upon that width. Let me show you. At the top of the file, we're setting the useState directive because we are adding client-side hooks. The imports we'll be using is React useState, link from Next, and also use path name from Next navigation. I have a few icons also included just to give some styling and to enhance the user experience. Then we have a simple nav items array, and each item has a label, a link, and an icon component. This is going to keep the sidebar data driven and easy to expand later as the project grows. So if you want to add more routes to this particular sidebar, all you need to do is add more objects inside of this nav items array. Inside of the component, we create the main state, which is expanded and set expanded. And that one Boolean is going to control the entire UI. Next, we'll look at the aside element. We're applying a simple tailwind transition width with duration to give it a smooth transition as we toggle between the width of 60 and 20. This basically means the entire sidebar can expand smoothly without any additional libraries or any additional JavaScript, keeping it modular and simple to use. Inside of the header of the aside, we have the logo. And the important thing about this is we also included a bell icon that will only show itself when the sidebar is expanded. This is a common UX pattern that doesn't show the detail of the sidebar if it is collapsed. Now let's talk about the nav items. We'll loop through the nav items using .map. Each item has three main pieces. Number one, the icon. Number two, the label. And number three, a conditional active style in the event we are on that active parameter. We'll determine if it is active or not by using the use path name from Next navigation. If the current route matches the item's href, we'll give it a subtile background with the highlight indicate that we're on that particular route. Then we'll look at the span element with the label. This is where the magic happens, if you will. When expanded is set to false, the opacity will be 0. Otherwise, when expanded is true, the opacity will be set back to 100 and it'll transition back in. That's how we keep the icons visible but hide the text when the sidebar is no longer expanded. And at the very bottom, we have the button that has the toggle. When you click it, we flip the expanded state from true to false. And if the sidebar is expanded, we'll show the left arrow. And if it is not expanded, we'll show the right. So the reason this pattern works so easily is because it separates the structure from the behavior. It keeps all animation logic within the CSS, and we're using Tailwind to help with that. And it also keeps the nav items data driven so that you can easily expand this project based upon your individual project needs. And this is how you would want to engineer a sidebar so that it is modular, has minimal state, and it is easy to maintain. So I hope you enjoyed today's quick tutorial. If you did, feel free to give me a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.